Hello, everyone. This is Jonathon Moline, and welcome back to another episode of Jonathon Moline Interviews. In today's interview, we have Crimson ShadowVA.
Hello.
So, we brought her along the show to talk about what she likes doing, what she voice acts as, and yeah, the usual stuff. So, sit back, relax, get a drink, and enjoy the ride. How are you doing today, Shadow?
I'm doing quite well. How about you?
Good, good, good. You know, just chilling, killing.
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real, yeah. So, Shadow, down to the nitty gritty, what got you inspired into voice acting and YouTube in general?
Well, when I was a kid, I always loved video editing. Like it was one of the first things that my dad taught me how to do because he worked for the news, so he had to do it for work. And I just ended up learning the program because it was on the home computer.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved making like little videos and like lip syncing cartoons with like different audio. And after a while, like I thought, like I wonder if I could like add my voice to it. And it was something like when I was a kid, you play pretend with your siblings.
Mm-hmm.
And as I got older, I was like, I wonder if we could do like something more professional, like acting. And so my first channel, which unfortunately got taken down, I started about 5 years ago. Um, it was called Shadow Glambert, and I did my first voice acting fan dub was with my younger sister Christina,
Oh,
and it was
cool.
a scene. Yeah, and it was a scene from Batman Begins, and it was kind of cringy, and I'm glad it's not up. Where she played Rachel Dawes, and I was the Scarecrow.
Yeah, everyone has that first video where it's just like cringe and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I was still kind of proud of it in a way, like the sound effects and the editing, but like just the voice acting was so bad because it took me a long time to like get used to hearing my voice recorded.
Yeah, because it's tough at first because you got to get into the game. You got to get like, oh man, what are they gonna think of me? It's all nerve wracking, but once you get into it, and you'll eventually build up the flow, and you'll enjoy it a lot more as you go on.
Yeah, I was my own, and I still am, always my own worst critic. Like, I've never had the thought of, like, ooh, what if people don't like this? Because my philosophy with my channel is kind of like, it's my channel, so I'm gonna do what I like. And if other people gravitate towards it and find humor or enjoyment in it, then that's awesome. But, like, my criticism is with me. So, like, when I was younger, especially, I would be like, oh my god, my voice sounds horrible. I sound like a man. There is no way anyone is gonna want to watch this or like believe that this is like accurate. But after a while, that kind of went away, and I'm so glad I'm more used to it. My voice.
It'll be like, oh my god, can you not believe that man voice acting? Like seriously.
That's what I feel like when I would listen to my old videos. I would do them, and because I was worried about that, I would like speak softer and like not very expressive. But when you grow, the more
Yeah.
videos you make, the better it gets. So
Yeah.
luckily, I don't have that issue anymore.
Yeah. If you speak too soft, people are gonna think you're doing like ASMR or something.
Yeah, or like, which is not, that wasn't the point. Or like think that I'm like, well, I was shy, but like think that you're like afraid of your microphone or something.
Yeah, nothing wrong with ASMR. Sometimes people find that like relaxing and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do too. So
Yeah. So yeah, like I got into voice acting when I did drama class and stuff, for high school. I did acting and voice acting, and it was really difficult. But recording wise, I didn't get into it till I joined the MLP community.
oh yeah, that was a huge one for me. And I
Mm,
started discovering like people like Disney Fanatic, like the way that her edited videos were a lot like what I used to make when I was a kid. So I
yeah.
was drawn to that, and then I was like, oh, these characters have like really cool voices. And like my sister and I started watching the show, so I was like, I think I'm gonna start doing fandoms of that. And for a while on my old channel, it was all like a lot of just My Little Pony stuff.
Shadow Glambert. Hmm. That name sounds very familiar. I think I might have been subscribed to your old channel a long time ago.
Yeah, you might have been. Poor thing is it's lost to time now, but I had a lot of subscribers, but I don't think I ever made it as far as I do now, which is
Nah.
it's just I'm really thankful for.
Yeah, you brought that flame back into it. You got the Crimson Shadow VA. It's like
Yeah.
you died but resurrected like a phoenix came back there. Except you're a hippogriff.
Yeah. Maybe half Phoenix.
Half.
Yeah. That was my mentality when I lost my channel. Like I was so sad and I felt defeated.
Hmm.
And I was like, if I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna come back with a vengeance and just like be very unhinged is a bad word, but I guess unrestricted. Like I'm gonna do whatever I want and push the limits of my acting ability.
How long have you been in the YouTube game? This includes your old channel counts too. Like how long have you been in it?
I think this year probably like 6 years. 6 years, because 5 years ago is when I started my first channel.
You're OG up in
And yeah,
this now. You're getting
I
OG.
know. And it's great though because like I feel like I've known some of my friends for a long time now on here and like they've become like family. But when I tell people I've been on for like 6 years, they're like, "You're just getting popular now," and I'm like, "Ew, I guess."
Oh God, I know how that feels. Like big time. Like I started my channel like in '09 when I was like 19, and I didn't know what to do. I just thought I was just gonna be some guy, like some 19-year-old kid, like reviewing stuff and just reacting to videos and stuff. That's what I was originally gonna do, and I was called Fast Kid 235 back then, and I couldn't because I couldn't think of a name. I literally could not think of a username, and it was easy for me to remember. But so my first videos from that era got deleted because the audio got corrupt on them when I uploaded them.
Oh no.
So I got like subscribers instantly and hate comments instantly because they think, why would this guy? We can't hear you. So
Yeah, hate comments are so like
yeah,
they're just annoying. You gotta like not
yeah.
feed into them.
But that's the thing about YouTube. The old days, like back then, you can get noticed right away when you created a channel, but nowadays you
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah, because of the algorithm.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, I'm considered an YouTube OG. Yeah. So yeah, like you and I have both been in this for like a long time,
Yeah.
and you're starting to rock it up there.
I hope so.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I never really was in it for the subscribers.
No.
I was kind of just in it because like, I
Fun.
want, some people are in there for the clout. But like I started because like, it was a fun hobby. And like, I was going through a rough time in my
Mm,
life and like
yeah.
I thought, maybe if I can make something that not only I find enjoyment with, but maybe someone out
Yeah.
there like me but also find enjoyment with it too,
Mhm.
then it's worth it.
That,
That's why I'm so thankful for all of these subscribers now because so many
mhm.
people find interest in my stuff and like I can make so many people happy. It's a good feeling.
That's good spirit. That's a very good spirit to have. Because that's when I started YouTube, I always had a passion for film. Like I got my first video camera like when I was 13 years old in '03. And I filmed all my life. Even when I was a kid, I had little cameras. I was always into photography, and I wanted to wait till I was older to create my YouTube channel. But part of me kind of beats myself up. I'm like, oh God, I should have done it years ago. Because
Yeah.
by now I probably would have been. But it's not by the fame. I just did it because it's a hobby. But as I watch by, I'm like, oh God, those were cringy videos back then when I was in my early 20s. But
But it's like it's good that you made him because then you
yeah,
you can look back and see how far you've come. And
yeah,
like it's a really scary thing to like put yourself
yeah,
out there and like
yeah.
put something out there. And like the fact that you did it is really
Mhm.
commendable.
Yeah, and I'm like, now that I'm 30, I mean, like, turning 31, I'm like, oh, God. You're not
But
too
you
old.
went into it with a lot more skill than I did because despite some popular belief from my comment section, I have never taken any kind of
Mm.
had never taken any kind of acting or singing lessons or whatever until college. So
The thing is, I can do it, but I was nervous to do it on the internet. Like, I didn't have
right.
enough technology. My computer was not that great back then, and I didn't have, like, by then I got my first digital camcorder, but I didn't know how to put stuff on my computer. If I did, I would have probably had my channel like in '07 because that's when I got my first digital camcorder, because back then I had one of those cool cassette cameras, you know, you put
Yeah.
like early
Oh
2000
yeah.
90s.
It's a whole process to get the little tape onto the computer. Oh my
Oh,
god, I remember.
I know, but it's so cool because all the editing, it teaches you editing back then. And
Yeah.
oh my god, I'm sounding so old. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's okay.
I know. But it's just like, I watch all these vintage YouTubers. That's what they had to do back then when they started in their earlier days.
Yeah.
And it's just like, nowadays, like, we entertain people. That's why we do it. Entertainment.
Yeah. I think it's cool that it's so much more accessible now,
Uh-huh.
like for younger people to like start their own channels and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Because like you were saying, like if it was more accessible to me when I was like a younger kid, I probably would have been making videos, probably not voice acting videos, but other kinds of videos on YouTube
Mm.
before then. And now you see kids who are like 6 or younger
Oh,
even posting videos and commenting and stuff.
I would have done it when I was like 17. I would have waited until I was 17, because then
Yeah.
I actually no, I would have waited while I was 18, because then I would have been old enough to technically legal age to make videos.
Yeah.
But then that would have been November 2007. So it's
Yeah.
just, but by then, me and my friends would always make skits. We'd always do like I have thousands of videos I wish I could upload just for like just to show like some like vintage Back to the Future. Like,
Austerity, yeah.
I have done only one of that. Like, but then I was nervous to put it on YouTube after my downfall.
Mhm.
And then I forgot my username and password. I had it written down, but then like nearly a year later, I find it, and then I decide to go on Facebook and just build my radio hosting and doing all that stuff on FB and building confidence to do YouTube more often. Because back then I just made one video here, one video there. But as then as I got older, I got into more hobbies I wanted to do, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll just make videos. And my channel's random. I make pretty much anything I want to do, just like this interview series. Because I've been thinking, I have a lot of good friends with amazing talents. Why not just have them on the show and just have a fun time talking with them one on one and just chilling.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. I started this year.
It's fun. If I was less socially awkward, I would probably do something similar.
Ah. But that's the thing. You can always get over stuff like that by making friends and getting to know people. Like, everyone has like some kind of, like, with me, I'm nervous around new people. Like, I'm like, I want to make friends, but this is how you do. You got to get to know people, but I'm nervous. Like, but I'm like, it's just, you can get over that once you find people who have common interest within you.
Oh, for sure. That's why I love this community. Like, I was lucky enough, like when I first started, to get inspired by people like Joe JW91 and
Mm.
Crystal Rosehaven, who back then was Christy Muse, and like they were so kind and accepting and like of me and of my channel, and like I had never really had that kind of like friends in my real life before. Like finding people who were supportive of my interests and my dreams and like similar
Mm.
to me was great. And now this community has grown
Mm.
into like so much bigger than it was when I started.
Yeah.
Everybody is so kind, and whenever I get the chance and I see a smaller channel it's like was just like me, who like was on their own, has only a couple subscribers, is trying to get out there, I do my best to like give them the support,
Mm.
like encourage them to keep going, to keep recording. And even some of them I've introduced into the community, like on our Discord tab. So
Yeah.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah. I met you through Joe. Like, we were on
Yeah.
like a podcast with Dan, and Joe was there. I met you. You came in the call one day, and I think Bobby G was in the call, and I'm getting Bobby to rap, and you were like laughing your butt off. I remember that.
Yes, I remember that.
That's how I first met. I don't know whose channel that's on, either Dan's or Wesley's. I can't remember, but that was funny. That's how I met you before I joined Joe's group. Yeah, and then you and me recently started collabing. So
Hmm.
it's kind of funny. Like, you did something for what do you think about YouTube allowing people to create group YouTube channels?
I think when done properly, I think it's a good thing. Like, I feel like if the people are all making like similar content where they can help each other, and like, sorry, that was my and I apologize.
No, that's good. That'll be
When
for the real.
I think when it's done properly and like all the people are making similar content that's not too similar but enough to complement each other,
Mm.
and I think it's a great thing. But if it's a channel that's like a bunch of people, just doing the exact same thing, kind of like copying each other just to get the same kind of amount of views or whatever, I feel like it's kind of, I don't know, I feel like it defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
For me, YouTube and like creating a channel is to like entertain, it's
Mm-hmm.
not to like get your, well, I mean, your own fame. I feel like the focus should be on like providing entertainment for others rather than just like boosting yourself up the ladder.
Thumbs up to that. Like see, like with the group channel I run, Brony Entertainment Network, that was meant to be like that was created a long time ago with the former leader Alex, and I was co-leader at the time, then with other friends of mine. But then Alex, retired from a leader position, and then I became the new leader. But he stayed with the group to help me out, but he's still with the channel and has fun with all of us because we're friends. But we,
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah,
And like if it's something
mm-hmm.
where it's like you do big projects and you stay
Oh
with
yeah,
the same people, I think that's cool too.
yeah. I had you on recently as a guest VA to help with Queen Chrysalis in that comic dub, we killed it, by the way. That was really good.
Thank you.
Yeah. You are a good VA. Like, I've checked your channel. You have a range of different voices and different shows and like anime, cartoons, movies. Yeah, you do a good job.
Thank you. I mean, I've always been like the person who makes like funny voices in my family group. Like it's always been like an inside joke, like where I do impressions and stuff. And like
Mm-hmm.
I never want to like be typecast,
Yeah.
because I'm just a huge fan of so many things. Like I want if I and like when or, it's just I'm sorry, I'm like I can't speak.
No,
It's
it's
just like
okay.
a broad range of stuff, like film and music and musical theater and anime, and like I want to display that on my channel because I don't want it to be just one thing. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. You don't want to be a one-trick pony.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's not fun
Yeah.
either. You get
No.
bored,
I
and
know.
I'm a Sagittarius. I get bored easily.
And
So.
and the thing with me, oh, I'm Scorpio. Um, and the thing is with me that I know exactly how you feel in that, because with my fans, there's people in there like they've seen that I'm good at certain things. Like when some people on my channel are subscribed to me because of the music I do. Some people are subscribed to me because of the skits I do, and some people are subscribed to
Yeah.
me because of the voice acting and shit. I have a different range audience, and that's what I like. But then I don't mind honest criticism that shows me how I can improve on stuff. But then I've had people like, "Oh my god, you should just stick with one hobby. You're being a showboat." And I'm like, my channel has never been about one thing. Like, if I want to do music and big projects like that, those take time. So I might as well do something to entertain you guys. Like, put a video gaming video out there or something while I'm working on those projects in the background.
Right. And like your channel should be about you, a
Mm,
reflection of you. And like you're not just about one thing,
no, no.
And like every video, at least to me, I hope accentuates a different aspect of my personality. Like whether it's a video,
Mm,
like a vlog of me and my sister at Disney World, or like a voiceover of me doing like an emotional scene. I want people to look at my channel, be like, oh, okay, I know exactly what this girl's about. After watching like a couple videos, like
mm,
even looking at my channel banner, it's a mix of a
mm,
totally bunch of different things.
yeah.
Like some things for adults, some things for kids.
Mm,
It's just it's a reflection of me.
mm. That's good. And it's just like and then like the thing is, I have my live streams, the Jonathon Moline show, where it's just solo me with my camera and interacting with my audience. I sometimes make music. It's like behind the scenes stuff, but then other days I just talk on my camera, give advice to people, cheer people up, or I vent, or I give people advice on how to get into the YouTube industry. And that's my opportunity to talk with my fans. But it's just like, but then I like doing vlogs and stuff like that, because you know what, YouTube should be about you. It should be about what you love to do, like what you said. And it's not, don't like, okay, like I say, if you get well known, and that's good, that's great and all, it's nice to have your own fan base, but don't like be all like egotistic and be like, oh my god, I'm better than you.
Exactly. Yeah. It's I don't like
Mm.
people like that. And it's
Yeah.
like I said before, it's never been about that for me.
No.
For me, it's always been about
Mm.
self-expression and just like
Yeah.
being my genuine self. Because I've
Exactly.
always, when I started my channel, I was in a place where I felt like I couldn't be my genuine self in front of the people in real life.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, okay, I'm always gonna be my true self in my channel.
Yeah. And then some
I guess
people, so go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I guess people like my true self.
Yeah, I guess they do.
Not to gloat. I feel like that sounded like gloating, but
No, that's
I'm just
not.
surprised.
That's not. It's just like the thing with me and vlogs, like there's been a few where I have not been in a good mood. Like I've held it back, like I hit it, but some of my subscribers know when I'm not in a good mood by the way I'm acting.
Right.
And it's just like they could read you. They could read you and they could say, "Oh, this guy's not being genuine. He's being an asshole." But they don't know why you're not in a good mood. Like you can be going through pain, like you've lost somebody, or you could be you just want to make videos because you want to make people feel happy.
Yeah.
That's called
Yeah.
that's called a workaholic.
Yeah.
That's when you got to know you need to take a break, because if you're starting to show you're not in a good mood, that could rub people off the wrong way.
What I do is kind of use my work as kind of like catharsis. So if I'm not in a good mood, I will do a scene where the character is angry or sad.
Smart. Smart.
Yeah, because then I can get out my feelings and also use them, to still produce
Mm-hmm.
content for people if they're going through a hard time and my videos, make their day, then at least they're gonna get one.
I have done videos where I put my feelings and emotions out for stuff that have happened in my life, or tragic events happened in my life, and it took me a long time to put those videos out. It took like me like and it's very very ballsy when you open your heart, but when people see that you're literally opening your heart, they
Mm-hmm.
see the real you, because they
Mm-hmm.
see you are a genuine kind-hearted person. But some people like take things too seriously. I'm like, when I have a video that says skit, I'm acting. I'm not actually being a dick to my friends. That's part of the
Right.
character. Some people don't get that. They think it's real. Even my friends who've been in multiple of my videos with me, my friends in real life, they comment like, John's not a dick to us, because we had a couple of my fans saying that, and it's like, John, he's all part of the show.
Well, take it as a compliment. They
Yeah.
really you're that good at acting like a dick that they thought you were being genuine.
Well, it's just like, I'm like, I like in some skits I play the bad guy, and it's just like, but I play a perfect bad guy, because it's just like a perfect bad guy, in my opinion, is the one you don't expect to be the bad person. It's the one
Yeah.
you think is good, and then that's like, I learned this in acting. You should know what I mean by this one. Everyone loves the plot twist.
Yeah.
So I know you're good at playing villain roles.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I guess it just I think it's something that happens, especially all women like with lower voices
Oh yeah.
like mine. You kind of automatically get cast into like a villain role, because the good
Yeah.
guys have like very happy and like smiley and awesome voices, and the villains are always like low and plotting, and so I naturally kind of have a lower voice,
And
so.
you'd be like, you could just put in that signature evil laughter, like.
Oh yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I would always like play the bad guy, or I was always drawn to villainous characters
They're
anyway.
fun.
So
They're fun to
yeah, they
play.
are. They're complex because
That's
like the hero
yeah.
in most media is like you're supposed to project yourself onto them, as the villain is like, you know they have their own thing going on, and they get the cooler costumes and stuff.
Hmm.
So
Oh my gosh! Like,
do you want me to do my evil laugh?
go for it. If we're recording after all, might as well like show off some of your talent. It's a video. This one's an interview about yes, so go for it.
Okay, let me do this. Let's see if I can do it without making my mic peak.
That's pretty damn good.
Thanks.
Like, It's just like when you develop a character. I love that. That was great. It's just like, but developing your own. But then when you're doing original project, and you're thinking, ooh, if you're playing original enemy, original bad guy, you gotta get the mind of the character. The method acting. You gotta do a bit of method acting. That's fun.
I love method acting.
I did a lot.
Like just
I know,
yeah,
right?
I did a lot of it in my acting class in college, and it's really fun. I always end up like developing some kind of tragic story for my character though.
Like you sound all, then you get to sound all emo and sound like Mod Pie.
Yeah, right? Like no one understands me.
Rocks. I like rocks.
Rocks understand me.
Oh my god. Like it's just see, when I play a villain, it's just like I'm thinking of like, ooh, what could I do? What could I do? What could I do? So it's like I go like, you dare defy me, then I shall chop off your head and feed what's left of you to the mines. Like,
Ooh.
put a lot of emotion into it.
Yeah.
And or sometimes I'll go like play. If you, then someone's like, can you give me a little psychotic laughter? I'm like, okay. Oh, it's gonna be fun. When I come over there and cut you up to little pieces, it's gonna be great. Oh my god, I'm starting to sound like. Oh my god, to keep that up, I'm gonna pull off a good Jeff the Killer. You see what I like? It's fun.
Yeah.
I surprisingly don't get enough roles where I get to play the bad guy, and I'm like, ah.
Sometimes I get sad. I'm like, please, can I play the hero just once?
If I get cast at least the anti-hero, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's just like I play the good guy, but then some people know my acting. They're like, John, you just don't seem like a good guy. You have that good guy personality, but you definitely are better at playing villains.
Yeah, my acting teacher in college told me I don't have a very friendly face. And I was like, okay, and he goes, but use it. And so that's been kind of my philosophy when it comes to my channel. Like, hey, if people think I do a villain, I'm gonna use it.
This
do,
is
do some villains.
Shadow's vote for Shadow's future profile be look like this.
Apparently, I don't even have to do that. 'Cause I was just like, like being normal and just having a conversation with him, and he was like, "You don't have a friendly face," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
That's what he probably thought you were doing in your mind. You're thinking, you're like, oh, thank you. Deep down, you're like, you're on the list.
I was just like, oh, okay, I guess.
Use that evil face.
Yeah, I mean, I did. For the rest of the class, I just picked a bunch of villain roles.
That's good. That's ingenious.
I still wanted a good grade. If he's not gonna believe me doing a regular role, I was like, might as well.
I know, right? Like, it's just you have like teachers like can see what kind of characters you can play, because they can like a drama teacher, like they're known for acting, they could tell by the way you act and by your personality that they're like, okay, this guy's gonna suit this role, and everyone's like, how could he suit this role? They always see that the person that's not everyone expect is usually the person that's usually good at that role.
Yeah, and those are the kind of actors that I admire.
Mm-hmm.
Like Heath Ledger, when he was cast as the Joker, nobody thought he could do it.
He killed it.
Did like one of the best portrayals. Bill Skarsgård, when he was cast as Pennywise, people thought he wouldn't do well, and he killed it. I was like, I'm kind of drawn to actors that are like that step out of their traditional typecasting. Push their range.
Well, Bill Skarsgård comes from a famous family of actors.
I know, yeah. People thought like, he was too good looking or whatever to play the part, or he wasn't experienced enough.
Too nice of a guy.
Yeah, and that's the kind of those people like that kind of like inspire me to like push my limits, step out of typecasting.
Yeah. I noticed you've been doing a lot of has-been hotel stuff.
Yes, I'm a big fan. I posted a video where I was like, I did characters who haven't shown up in the show yet. I'm like, please hire me. Please.
I've been trying to get more into that fandom, because I like the show. I've seen the pilot. I'm like, damn, I like it. And then I did my first with you, first fan dub of one of the scenes.
Mm.
I want to do more of that. Actually, I want to get more into that. That sounds like fun.
It's I think what I like about it and the fandom is that it's a very passionate group. Like you could tell that the project she'd been working on it for so long, and like all the people who got to work
Mm.
on it, you could tell that they really had pride in what they were working on.
And now it's being an actual show.
Yeah, which is great. I love that because there are so many shows out there who like don't deserve to be on for seasons on end. Like not to call anyone out, but like The Big Bang Theory, which are like they're just on because they have a lot of viewership, but there's not a lot of passion put into it. Shows like this, I think, will go far.
And it's all villains.
Well, not necessarily, but because people are going to try and work to redemption. But yes, the character design reminds me a lot of like Lauren Faust and like Powerpuff Girls, kind of Craig McCracken kind of art style.
Yes, the OG,
Yeah, and
the
that's the stuff.
OG Powerpuff Girls from early 2000s.
Yeah, and that's the stuff I grew up on. So
I watched a lot of cartoons growing up, and that was one of them.
yeah, I've been always been drawn to creators who like put a lot of work, passion into their projects. I'm
And
excited to see where this goes.
I would say to myself, younger me would say, how did you get into this fandom? How would you get into this show? And I'm like, because I guess my passion for just liking watching cartoons, but it's just like when I join a community of voice actors, eventually you get into other communities with those same people and you meet other friends in those communities.
Yeah. Yeah, and I like doing that with my channel too. I like exposing my friends or my subscribers to like other things that they might not have heard of, other shows, other films. You know, because then if it's a small thing, well, like Has Been Hotel was at the time, it gets more people looking at it and more attention. Like you know, it gets the artists the recognition that they deserve.
I'm always down for helping another Has Been Hotel fandom. I'm serious.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah,
The show comes out definitely.
Yeah,
because there's not a lot of content.
I know. Yeah, there's lots in the anime community though.
Yeah, yeah. I want to do more Oran Host Club stuff because Haruhi is the one like protagonist voice that like I can really identify with.
Oh, did you ever check out an anime called Black Lagoon? It's really good.
Oh, I haven't.
Oh, you should check it out.
I gotta do more anime.
You gotta
before
check
the
it out.
quarantine ends.
Oh yeah. Yeah, some people are getting called back to work.
You know, I kind of wish I was, but unfortunately not.
Well, at least part time, because it's still like till too high for it to be a full time. Like you get called back part time.
Right.
Like you won't be working like 5 days a week if it's part time.
Right.
Yeah. Oh man. Like you have a long list of lines of characters that you could voice on a film reel.
Really?
Have you ever thought about doing a film? Oh wait, you did do a film reel of the characters you voiced, did you?
I did a voice reel. Yes, I worked with a friend of mine, my friend Corey, his friend Tricolor Star, who was kind enough to audio edit our collab of Addict together. Actually, I worked with him to put together a voice reel of like my 3 best voices. Which is up, and I'm kind of excited that that came out. It sounds very professional, and I feel like it's too bougie to be on my channel. But
yeah, like your channel is just like you do a whole bunch of crazy stuff on your channel.
Try. I really thank you so much. I try because like
yeah,
I'm very much a try anything kind of person.
You're like,
I want to see if I can do it.
I try so hard and got so far in the end, it doesn't even matter.
I hope it does matter.
It does.
But yeah,
Linkin Park reference.
I like and I don't like to stick to the conformities of like gender or anything either on my channel, because like as long as one of my things I always say to my friends is as long as you can capture the essence of a character, and you're doing a good job. It doesn't matter what you sound like or, you know, you look like. If some people who do video cameras, as long as you like get the spirit of what the character would do or what the character would enunciate, then you got it.
See, if I have my webcam on and I'm voice acting, I do a lot of hand gestures, like you know when you're doing sign language or something like that. It instantly happens when I'm voice acting and I'm explaining something. It's like because I'm doing the emotions, I'm putting the emotions out because that's how you do it. Like,
Yeah, it's all about emotion. Emotion is key, and it's, I feel like it's harder to emote in voice acting because you don't have the aid of your face. Like, you know, oh, this person is sad or this person is crying. You know, you can't show it. Your face isn't there. You have to do it all in your voice. And I
how could
commend people
this
who are really
happen
good
to me?
at it. I keep using such depressing examples, I feel like.
Oh, it's okay. I like singing. Yeah. No, no. You're giving a important info on how to give emotion when you're doing voice acting.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so. I'm no expert, but I'm just doing what I always try.
Yeah, don't give up. Keep working on it and you'll get there. You've been doing this for like years now, so you got it.
I know it's weird, but I still don't think I'm like anything too special. I feel like anybody that is on the Discord or whatever deserves the same amount of subscribers, and I wish I could like pass them over, like hand them out like to other people.
I've met a lot of well-known YouTubers who said that they wish they can just because you seeing when I started on YouTube, I was just didn't know what to do. I was just gonna put a video out, just going, because it was just random stuff. But then, as I like, I'm a smaller channel. I got like what is it like, 572 subs, but I've worked for years on that fan base. I've worked for years, literally years. But the thing with me is, most of my content you've noticed I've been with my friends or I've had family with my vlogs or I've done stuff. When it comes to solo stuff, I don't do as much of that because personally when I do solo stuff, I'm not enjoying the video as much. I like working with people cuz I have more fun.
It's always, oh my god, I love doing collabs. It's so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Cuz and it's, I love having the chance to like expose my subscribers to my friends too. Cuz it's like, hey, you think you enjoy what I do. You should see these people. These people really got it going on.
Yeah, it's just I hope some people enjoy this interview.
I hope so too. I feel like I'm doing such a bad job.
No, you're not. You're being yourself, like you said. Like I said, it's just about chilling.
Yeah.
Trust me, if someone interviewed me, I'd be like, well, I did this, and then.
It's nice to be in an interview that's not a job interview. That's for sure.
Oh God. Yeah. I've done a few of those back in the day. Hmm. Those are difficult.
Oh yeah, I always get, whenever I do something like important, I like prepare, and then as soon as I get there, like
You're like, in your head, you're like, you got this. Just go in there, be friendly, just talk to them, just be you.
yeah, exactly. And they walk in, like
Nervous wreck.
yeah, they're like, "What's your name?" I have a hint. Like I don't remember.
You're like, crap. You're like, why is this happening to me? Yeah. I've been down that road before, so I know how you feel. Oh, man. Like, I think one time I was interviewed, I was still very new into YouTube, so I didn't have much to say. I just was like, in my mind, just thinking, like, oh my God, I just said this, I'm just some guy that makes random crap. That's all I said. I'm just some random Canadian that makes some random crap for the internet for people to enjoy. That's it. I'm just some dude. Nobody knows who I am. I'm just some guy.
That's how it always feels, though. Like no matter how big, like people get, or at least like for me, when I hit like 20K, people are like, "Oh, what's your secret?" And it's like, I don't know. I'm just a person who does stuff.
I know that's like pretty much every one of my friends say that. Like
Yeah.
and like some of my friends are way here, like up here on YouTube. Like one of them's like near 1 million subscribers, and they've been doing it
Oh
for a year.
wow.
Yeah, when I became friends with them, they were 30,000, and that
Wow.
was in
Oh my
2000. That
god.
was in 2013.
Wow.
Yeah, they work really hard on their videos, but it's just like,
Yeah.
but then it's just like, but they're when you talk to them, and they're really humble, they're very nice, and it's just like I'm like I like YouTubers who are themselves. You guys like have guys that are like Markiplier, and these guys are you just see them. They're normal people, just like you and me. They're just talent, but just treat them like a person when you talk to them.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's good to give compliments about how hard they work, but don't showboat all the time. Don't like clout them because they're gonna be thinking, okay, this person being a little weird.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. My God. Yeah, it's just like I also like when I have these conversations or podcasts with my friends, or I've done videos with my friends. It's just like even or these interviews. It's just like when you have a good, you have a good interview when you have a friend that has a good sense of humor or can relate more to you, because then you just tell them, don't be nervous. You're here. It's just I'm one of your friends. Just chill and talk. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't wear the hat at first. In most of my videos, I barely wear a hat, but I'm like, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start wearing my Adidas hat, and just
You
eventually.
knew, you knew I was a film studies minor, so you're like, I have to wear a director's hat.
Yes, I'm gonna eventually, hopefully, one day get my own custom hat that has my Vision Wave Media studio company that I'm working on.
Oh,
Basically,
that's awesome.
yeah. Also, that's my Pony OC's name. But anyways, besides that, but it's like what I do with my studio. I do gaming, let's plays, voice acting, movies, music, pretty much anything. I have other people on there, interview, have a good time, we make videos. It's not like my channel's not like a group channel, but it's more like, well, Jonathon Moline, that's who I am, but I already have a group channel, but it's like I do stuff with Vision Media. If I do a video and has Vision Wave Media, then it's like a movie, or it's like something that I made worked extremely hard on, or something like that. Because the Vision Wave Media is a thing that I eventually want to do, build up my own rep, and maybe down the line start like a website or something out of that, or just eventually isn't it cool eventually you get your own merch ideas when you get old, when you get more up there, you could start thinking about, oh sweet, maybe I can like come up with my own merch and like that.
That is pretty neat.
You thought about that someday, create your own merch shop?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I mean, I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead, but I mean, I feel like if I was ever to have merch, it'd probably be plushies because I adore plushies. So I would love to have some plushies of my OC out there eventually.
Of your hippogriff?
Yeah,
Your
probably
hippogriff
like tiny OCs.
your hippogriff is your channel mascot, right?
Yes, she is.
So she's not just MLP, she's become like your official mascot.
Yeah, she's become like the mascot of my OC. I mean, of my channel. Obviously, she's my OC. But yeah, because luckily I was able to get it like redesigned by DJ Dragon, and like
Oh,
Setsu Vienna did. Yeah, DJ Dragon did my profile picture, and Setsu the Yena did the hippogriff face on my banner. So
DJ.
luckily
Oh,
I've got
yeah. Go ahead.
luckily I've gotten to the help of these amazing artists to help me with that. So
Yeah.
she's gone past the
Yeah.
point of the show.
Yeah.
And I had the editor who was My
Mm-hmm.
Little Pony reviewer. I don't know if you know him. He did the vectors.
I heard of him, but I wasn't. I've seen his channel and subscribed to him, so I know of him, but I'm not friends with him.
Yeah, I drew out the design and I asked him because I knew him through Jessica Pedley. I was like, do you
I know
think
her.
he could do the vectors for my OC? Because I know he did vectors for other people. And she was like, he's never done a hippogriff before. But then I talked to him and he was able to get them for me. So that was pretty cool.
DJ is like you. She is such a good artist. Like she always says, "Oh, I don't know," but the I've challenged her a few times. I'm like, "Oh, come on, give it a shot." Like she never did dragons before, and then she did her OC as a dragon, and then she did my dragon, and it's just like I gave her a reference of this old picture I had a long time ago, and it's just more like because my dragon character Crimson Flame. I created him before I even joined the MLP community. He's not an MLP based character. He's going to be his own original character for original series I'm doing.
Oh, that's cool.
He's my very first OC. So,
That's cool.
but Vision Wave, like that white Pegasi pony, is a huge place in my heart because,
Mm.
like, in the not just MLP community, it's like become like my mascot. Like, I feel like, well, although my channel it's mainly me, but it's just like Vision Wave is still a part of me by personality and like it's kind of like I understand like how you go and like it's your mascot and it's become a part of you. Even if you left the fandom, I would never get rid of my OC. Like I,
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, exactly. And like my original OC for Shadow Glimmer was a unicorn because I thought like, oh, unicorns are like they have magic, and before My Little Pony, they were like symbols of unique and the different, and I thought that I was edgy. But then when my channel got taken down, I thought, okay, I think I want to change because I know my channel is going to change. So I went with the hippogriff because honestly, like because you were saying like the phoenix is a bird that comes up and rises again, and then I kept the horse legs as a tribute to my old channel. So she's half horse and a phoenix.
you finally revealed your hippogriff's bird type is a phoenix.
Yes.
There you go.
But she doesn't have any of the traditional colors of a phoenix.
Nah.
Like she's not red, but she's made up of like my favorite colors. And like my hair is actually red in real life, so I wanted to keep it.
Mm.
I love like blue and green. They're like my favorite colors, so I wanted to keep that in with her. And she has a little necklace that looks like the Death Star because I'm a big Star Wars person.
Oh my god, if you and me go on talks about our OCs, it'll I have lots of pictures of different characters I had.
Oh my god, it would go on forever.
I know, like I have had so many great artists work on my characters before. The first vector of Vision Wave, like actual show looking vector, was done by Stormx F.E.T. He's the guy that makes the pony videos in real life. He made the My Little Dashie film in real life.
Oh wow.
Really humble guy, very nice person to talk to. Probably considered one of my best friends in the fandom because I've known him for so long. Like I was like 23 when I was friends with him. And it's more like he was like he was like probably like 18 or something like that then.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more like people like the way we talk in calls, people say you two are like siblings because the way you two talk, and it's just I don't know. That's the joke my friends make. uh but it's like when you that means you have a good bond with that person when they become more like
Yeah.
family. Yes,
Yeah, totally.
yes, everyone. These people I talk to online are my actual friends, but they're long distance. That's what I consider my friends, long distance. You're my
Yeah,
friends, but long
me too.
distance.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah. I personally like I got invited to I got invited to that community with everybody else. I was just at first I was kind of like, I've been in so many servers and I'm like in the past I've been in some servers where people were kind of dicks to me. And it's just like I
Yeah.
had mixed feelings about being in too many servers, but since I knew like DJ and Dan and you and a couple other like and Joe, I knew I was going to be like, "Okay, I'll be all right."
It's a lot of I feel like trial and error when it comes to inviting people into the
Yeah.
server, because
Mm.
some people like they may have small subscribers, and when you try and like introduce them and help them out, they become very, I feel like greedy is the word.
Oh yeah.
Like yeah, and but like
Mm.
luckily I feel like everybody in the server now, like we've just become
Mm.
friends. It's not like a need to like, oh, collab with me because you have more subscribers. It's a, oh, let's collab because I feel like you'd fit this character, or like because we haven't done it in a long time. You know, it's that kind of, and I enjoy that. It's such a relief.
With me, it's I don't collab with you or anybody else because of your subscriber count. I collab with you because I want something to do. I love making
Right,
content in
yeah.
general. And
Yeah, that's me too. Like when a lot of people like I get a lot of comments where people are like, "Oh, I wish I could collab with you." And I'm like, "You can. Think of a scene and I'll do it." Like it's not
get,
about like,
get,
"Oh, you're not on my level," you know?
or
It's
give me
just
a
like if you have
oh, sorry, go ahead.
oh, no, no, I'm done. I'm done.
Oh yeah, sorry. I guess that happens in calls sometimes. You accidentally interrupt each other.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay. Yes, that's part of my Canadian heritage. I do apologize.
It's okay.
So, yeah, like I'm saying, like I've worked with when I've become friends with more well-known YouTubers, it's like I become friends just to be friends with them. But when I'm a smaller YouTuber, it's like I want them to show me how to do, like how to get better, and they encourage me on how to become better, and they collab with me because they want to have fun. And then everyone's like, "Oh, how do you know?" I had one person come like, "Oh my god, oh my god." Like I had one of my friends who's a big YouTuber like, "Oh my god, you're a small YouTube channel. Why would a big YouTube channel ever want to collab with you?"
Like that's not the attitude that you can have because you know we're all just people on YouTube, you
Snobs.
know?
Snobs. Those people are snobs. It's just like I've watched the sad part when you were talking about the greedy thing. Here's I can relate to you on this. I've watched. There's this one friend of mine. I can't remember his name, and I'm not gonna say any name. I'm ex friend of mine. I'm not gonna say any names. I'm not gonna name drop because you know I don't do that. But it's more like this person. There we go. This person started off as my friend, and they used me to get to my more popular friend, which was Storm, and then once they got more bigger subscribers, they acted like I didn't exist anymore. They
Oh
used me
my
as a
god.
stepping stone, and then they would talk to Mark. That's oh crap! I said Storm's real name, but I'm more like he doesn't care. But it's more it's more like so basically they talk to him, and then I talk to him on then I talk to him how what happens, and now I'm gonna have to put my charger in because my battery is now low. On what happens, and once he found out about that, he basically did not tolerate that very well because he doesn't like it when his friends get treated like crap, and he doesn't want to hang out with people like that. So you know what he did? He unfriended that guy.
Oh wow. That's good.
He said to him, "I'm sorry, but I only hang out with real friends. I don't hang out with friends who treat my friends like crap."
Pulled a rainbow dash.
He definitely pulled a rainbow dash, and that guy's popularity went down on YouTube. The guy who used me went, "Oh yeah,
Arma.
oh yeah, karma's a bitch." You hate that, right? People use you as stepping stones,
Yeah, luckily I've gotten pretty good at
calling
pointing
bullshitters.
it out. Yeah, and I did have a friend who um I'm not gonna say any names because they're kind of prominent now. Where they were a smaller channel and we kind of grew together, and then they wanted
Mm,
something more between us, and I didn't. And they chose to stop collabing with me,
mm.
stop supporting my channel, telling other creators to stop looking at my channel, stop supporting me. So I unfortunately had to cut that person off. It sucks because, like, you know, you think some people are like your friends, but they're actually there for the clout. And I mean, that's to be expected, I guess. And people are like that in real life anyway. There's the
Oh
people
yeah.
who, like, are actually genuine, and there are people who just are always out for themselves.
And
So.
you know what the sad part is? Some people start off so nice. They start off like really cool, but then fame corrupts them.
And that sucks, but, like, you know, you only have control over yourself.
Mm.
So just, you take it as a lesson and you learn from it.
I've had some friends in the fandom or real life that I broke my bonds with because of disagreements or moved on or just like they were too toxic. Like
Mm.
it started off like some of us parted in good ways. It's just we both realized that we didn't see eye to eye anymore on certain stuff and we
Mm.
parted in good ways. One of my friends who I stopped being friends with years ago recently talked to me again and we worked it out. So we've been tight ever since. it was a real life friend that I had a
Mhm.
argument, and we took a break from talking to each other for at least a good year and a half, and then with some other friends. Sometimes that happens. Friends fight. Sometimes people break apart, and it sucks when it happens, but it's just like it happens, right? People grow apart, and but good friends stay. Good friends stay because I feel like a good friend is there for you when you need it. You know?
Of course, yeah. They're always going to be there to support you no matter what.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah. So, do you got any advice for any up and coming YouTubers out there that you want to give out on this episode?
I think my big advice that has always worked for me is just be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try and be somebody that you're not or try to be what you think everybody will want to see because they'll be able to tell you're faking it. And I think people have much more respect and appreciation for people who are brave enough to be themselves. I know it's going to be scary and it's going to be hard. It'll be so rewarding.
Yeah, because maybe when you like eventually meet your friends that you've known for years online in real life, and then you meet in person, they're gonna see the real you.
Yeah.
They're gonna get to know what you're like when you talk to them online, but some things that they don't know about you in real life, what you do off camera, they're gonna get to know the real you. They're gonna get to know like what you're like when you're off camera or off internet.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a shy guy in real life when I first meet someone, but then once they talk to me or I talk to them, get to know you more, I open up like a butterfly. I'm a social butterfly.
Hmm.
And then I introduce people to my friends because I want them, make some friends. I'm just that's how I am. I'm just a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but your advice, I agree with you on that. So, is there anything else you want to say, talk about Shadow before we wrap this interview up?
No, I think we covered pretty much all the bases.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Well then, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this interview. Don't forget to check out Crimson Shadows VA's YouTube channel. I will link that in the description of this video when it comes out. Until then, stay frosty, my friends, and I will see you in the next interview. Bye bye.
Bye.
And seriously, rock on. Oh my god, that was good.